Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Yambo,
And it's your boy Dro.
and we are the Unlikely Geeks, the sports center for comic book movies, TVs, and video game news. And today we got a lot to talk about. What was it called? Disney 23?
D23.
D23. All of the news coming out there. We got Hogwarts 2. We got Power Rangers news. There's just a lot
Wolverine,
going on.
Legos, a whole stuff.
Man, listen, all of that and more today's episode of Unlikely Geeks. Tro, what's good, man?
Yo,
What you been up to this week?
chilling, man. I went to go see the end of Oak Street.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was all right. It wasn't like a great, crazy movie, but it wasn't bad.
That's one of Dro's most anticipated movies of the year.
Yeah. Those sci-fi movies. I always look forward to them. You never know what's gonna be the next great sci-fi. And it was J.J. Abrams, and we love Cloverfield.
Yeah.
So people was like hinting that it might be connected.
So I just covered you. Now you guys see back here. I do see I do hear you double. So I didn't know if that was me or that was a you thing.
But definitely double.
Yeah, I don't know who's hearing what right now. But hopefully the episode sounds good. If not, let us know in the comments. Chat, let us know if you hear us double. But yeah, I mean, Dro told me that this was a family movie, which surprised me.
Yeah, because you could take Geo to watch Jurassic Park.
Okay, yeah.
So it's dinosaurs. It's nothing crazy. People get eaten, but nothing like a rated R dinosaur movie.
Okay. What did I watch? I don't think I saw anything different. I did buy Battlefield. That was the one game I did not buy last week. It was $25 at Walmart on clearance, and so I bought Battlefield, and so I've been doing that. I had a good weekend with my son and family, and we went out and we went to the Dolly Museum. We went go-kart riding. It was real fun, real busy. I didn't talk to nobody. I just straight did that the entire time. It was pretty dope. So real excited for that.
How much was it to get into the Dolly Museum?
Oh man, I think it ended up being, I think it was like $15 for the show and maybe $30 for like the museum itself. So I think like $45 a person, something like that. It wasn't too expensive, and it was short. You will see a lot of boobs. He draws a lot of, he painted a lot of boobs. So
yeah,
could you bring your kids? Yeah, absolutely. But let them know it's all natural and whatnot. I got a magnet, and from far it looks like Abraham Lincoln, and then when you get closer, it's just there's cheeks. But it was one of his like big paintings. It was cool. It was like $4, and I wanted to get. I like buying magnets. Ever since I went to California, I've been trying to buy magnets everywhere I go. So it's pretty dope. So I don't know what else happened this week. I don't think nothing too crazy. We got a lot going on this week. Everything as I'm over there doing go-karting and whatever, I'm checking my phone. Oh, who's gonna be announced for the X-Men? Who's this? What did they announce here? Just they new movie announced, new game announced, new this announced. And so let's talk about it now. Dro, D23 went crazy, and you have less than half of what they talked about on our list today, but they talked about a lot. There were some shows that apparently sequels to movies I've never even seen before that people were excited about. So talk to me. The biggest news was X-Men got revealed.
Facts.
A lot of the X-Men, except for Beast. They didn't show Beast.
And Angel
dropped out. Yeah, but I don't think Angel was. There wasn't even teasing Angel yet. But
they're gonna do the 5.
Oh, they're doing 5 at a time.
They still working on the main 5.
Okay,
the main 5: Cyclops, Jean, Rogue, Beast, Iceman. No, not Iceman. Angel.
Yeah. I heard Iceman was supposed to be in it too. But yeah, let's talk about who is who.
So maybe they're trying to figure out which one.
Yeah,
Iceman or Angel. So before we get into it, I like Angel's story. His background is dope. So if I had to pick, I'd put X-Men. He was like the rich kid, and when it first became the X-Men, he was the one that was like funding everything. He's the one that put all the money up to build the jets and all the cool stuff. It was him.
I remember Iceman growing up because the character's name is Bobby, and that's my cousin's
Bobby.
name.
Oh
So I
yeah.
always was like, I always remembered him. So I don't know. I don't know anything about Iceman other than he's made out of ice, and I think he's like LGBTQ. And I think they would throw him in there
Yeah.
for that reason. But
Yeah.
that's really the only thing I know about him. I don't know who his main super villains are. I don't know what he does and add to the group. You know.
Yeah. So like you said, they did uh they were teasing Beast, but they didn't make an announcement about that. I guess they're having a hard time figuring out who's gonna be Beast because Beast is such an articulate, strong, like broad brooding character.
No, bro.
So you gotta find like the right actor.
It's because the homeboy dropped out the day before. They had him. They were gonna announce it. They probably paid for his flight, his hotel, and everything. And he's like, "Never mind, man. Probably somebody else gave him the bag."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I don't want to be stuck here for 10, 15 years. Let me do something
And maybe he's
different."
gonna do Beef 3.
What sucks, bro, is that that's a bridge to burn, bro. Like to
Yeah.
do that to Disney and to Marvel, like that's a big deal. So it kind of sucks
Yeah.
that happened that way.
So the people that did show up, one of the big ones was Professor X.
Yeah.
He is gonna be played by Christopher Abbott, and the one movie that I know him from is from Wolfman. The family goes out to the cabins. He takes his daughter to the woods. He ended up getting bit by something. He turned into a wolf.
He didn't get bit by a wolf?
Um, he did get bit or scratched.
Oh.
It was one of them. He got infected, and then throughout the movie, he was transforming, and yeah.
Okay. So you think he could
So
do
he could definitely do the drama stuff.
he could do the drama? I heard that, everybody's used to Professor X being British, but if you think about it, Professor X is from New York. That's why X Mansion is in New York. So you think he's gonna have a British accent? You think he's gonna have a New York accent? You think like what's going on here? Is he a British actor?
I
Because
don't know because I did see I don't know, but I did see a TikTok of Chris Abbott, and I think he might be Spanish, right?
oh,
So they had him like salsa dancing, and they were like, "This is how Professor X gonna show up to the mansion."
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That'd be funny.
So that was cool. Kit Connor, of course, he was already announced. He's gonna be Cyclops. Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. Sorry for the spoilers for the people that didn't see
I mean,
Spider-Man.
they already announced it is what it is.
um, I think the biggest one of the day to me. Well, you know what? They're all kind of big, so let me not even do that. Inde Navarrette was announced as Rogue, and Inde Navarrette, if people don't know, she was the star of Obsession, the co-star of Obsession, the movie. There were speculations that she wanted to be Mystique. Well, not that she wanted to be Mystique, she did want
Oh, we lost Dro. We lost Dro. So
to be Mystique, but we didn't know if they were going to cast her as Mystique.
okay.
Mm.
Dro's over here
And
recording from a potato. What's going on today with your stuff, bro?
I don't know, bro. But also they had Maya Boyd as Storm.
So this one surprised me because Maya Boyd was not rumored at all. Obviously, nobody really knew who she was, but she came out of nowhere. The people that they were rumoring, the most gorgeous out of the gorgeous women ever. I'm like, yo, that would be a perfect storm. This would be a perfect storm. That would be the most beautiful storm. And Storm's naturally gorgeous, right? I mean, who played her in the past? What's her name?
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. I don't gotta say nothing else. So when they showed her, they used a picture that wasn't the most flattering. So when I saw, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't really like this, right?
That's how they get those clicks, man.
I was upset. I'm like, I don't like this pic. And then I started doing a little more research. People were like, no, bro. Look at her singing. Listen to this. Go look at this video, this picture. She's beautiful as well. She's gonna do great. I was one of the first ones immediately with the hate. I was like, nah, because the picture they used was not the right photo to announce her, at least from where I was watching. You know what I mean? So I feel bad that I didn't immediately was like, let's go. It's a new star. It's a new kid on the block. This is now going to catapult her to A-list level. The moment that she steps foot into X-Men and she becomes Storm for the first time, that second movie that she's doing in between the Marvel stuff, that movie's going to go crazy. She's A-lister. All of these kids nowadays, right in this movie, they're all A-listers immediately.
She already has the potential to be in 2 of those movies in 2028. They got X-Men in 2028 in July. No, in June. No, was it May? It's May. My bad. May is X-Men. And then Ryan Coogler wants to use Storm and Black Panther 3, which will be in December of 2028.
So she's going to play the love interest to the new Black Panther, which is the son of the old Black Panther.
Which
Therefore,
is usually the love interest.
there was no Storm in the original. You know what I'm saying? So since there was no Storm back then, now there's Storm, and instead of dating Black Panther 1, it's Black Panther Jr.
So it's kind of dope that we already got like the first 3 movies of the new soft rebooted Marvel. We got X-Men. Ghost Rider comes out in July. They just announced it July 28th. And then Black Panther 3 in December. So we got literally our first 3 movies of the next saga.
You don't count this Spider-Man as the first one? Or you're doing
No, it's after Secret Wars.
After Secret. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Secret Wars is like gonna get rid of so many people. Like you said, all the people that don't matter don't count. And then we're gonna start fresh.
Spider-Man's still in there though. That's why I was like, and they
Spider-Man's still in there because he's the one that gotta bring along Miles.
Yeah, and they showed Jean Grey in that one, so I was like, should we not count that one towards it?
No, because we know it's gonna carry over some of the older superheroes, but not everybody. So Spider-Man, he definitely gonna be in after Secret Wars. Like I said, he's like the only one that remember that shit happens.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited.
But also,
go ahead.
Adam Driver had a surprise video, and everybody went crazy.
No, they did it.
I'm gonna be Magneto. Everybody started cheering, and he goes, "Wait! I'm gonna be I think Nathaniel something."
Yeah, he said the real person's name instead of saying like the character.
Yeah, no, they were excited when they first see him on the screen, but when he said the Sinister's real name, they're like, "Huh?"
Yeah, and it sucks because they've been advertising that we haven't been able to get Adam Driver for like 10 years. We've been wanting him. We've been giving him parts, and he's saying no and no and no. And for him to finally show up, it's like, damn. That was like
Kevin Feige is such a gaslighter. He knows. He's like, they be like, "Yeah, what about Adam Driver?" He's like, "What about Adam Driver?" You already know, bro.
Yeah.
It would have been dope because they had him on video. It would have been dope if they would have like did some CGI, red eyes fade into the darkness, or come out the darkness with the red emblem on his forehead. That would have been crazy. That would have been a way to drop the mic right there.
They could have done something, but yeah, for him to play a joke and use the person's real name, like it's like saying Iron Man was not Iron Man before that movie Iron Man. You know what I mean? Like people weren't into Marvel superheroes like that. So you think people are really gonna know Mr. Sinister's name? I mean, maybe everybody that was at Comic-Con, but this ain't Comic-Con. This is a Disney thing. They were also announcing freaking the next thing we're going to talk about. They were announcing all of these different movies and stuff. They're not going in there knowing all of the Marvel characters verbatim. So for him to say it like that, that was they messed up there. That's not Comic-Con.
Facts. So while Kevin Feige was on stage, they teased and dropped, not even teased, they dropped the new Avenger Doomsday trailer.
Did they?
This one, did you not watch it?
No. So tell me what it's about. Maybe I've seen it, but I don't think I saw it.
Oh my God.
So I've been out all weekend.
So this one highlights Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. It has more footage. I don't really like watching the second and third trailers, but this one I guess was supposed to be like the official one. But I guess they were doing like character trailers. So this was like Dr. Doom's character trailer.
Do you hear his voice? Does he talk a lot in it?
Yes.
Ooh, how do you like his voice?
He even, bro, he jumps out of a building real fast. Douche lands, boom. Thor, of course, does the hammer thing. He stops it, but instead of just leaving it there, he shoots him back with the green energy bolt. Doom. And then Thor says some dope shit. When I'm done with you, you gonna know the true meaning of hell or something like that. And then Doom's like, I'm not afraid of nothing. Hell should be afraid of me or something like that. And then he puts his hand on the ground and he just like lifts up all the sentinels, like 6 sentinels. And that was like the oral part. That's how I ended.
That's dope. How do you like his voice? Because I know that's a big deal. How do you
That's
like?
good. Because the first trailer of when he first spoke, I didn't know who that was. I thought it was Nightcrawler. We so used to Nightcrawler having that like Transylvania-ish
Yeah,
accent, and that's what it kind of sound like. Um, so yeah, you can't really tell is Robert Downey. It just sucks that they told us. They showed us who it was.
yeah.
Cause that would have been the craziest ball, like craziest drop, craziest like boom in the theaters if they didn't tell us. And then he rips his mask off and it's a fucked up Robert Downey Jr.
That would have been epic. That would have been the biggest moment in movie history for sure.
Um, so that was cool. They had Hugh Jackman and Deadpool bring in a video and how Deadpool's like telling Hugh Jackman, like, tell him, put us in the movie. Put us in the movie, you know? And then Wolverine's like, "No, man, I'm not gonna tell him nothing." And Deadpool keeps nudging him. And then he tells Kevin Feige, like, "Man, you got all these other characters. You should have another spot for 2 more." So now we're just speculating that are is Wolverine and Deadpool in this movie.
Nah.
Um, so that was that with Avengers Doomsday. Um, Another highly anticipated, which you called it, we knew this was gonna be the one thing they talked about, was Vision Quest.
Yeah.
So they released the Vision Quest trailer. It's gonna be released August 15th of this year.
You mean
The show stars.
October? Because August passed.
I mean, uh, it says. Wait, damn. Maybe the info got
No,
messed up on
no.
here.
They showed the trailer August 15th.
Oh, October 14th. The
There you
show.
go. There
My
you
bad.
go. Yeah.
I got so much info over here. My bad. So it premieres October 14th, 2026. Features Paul Bettany as Vision, and James Spader will be reprising his role as Ultron. And it's dope because they also brought back the characters that were all the AI voices in all the Iron Man movies. So you got Friday and
Jarvis.
Jarvis.
Yeah.
You even got the robot dummy. Remember the one that sprayed Iron Man with the fire extinguisher when he first tried to put his suit on in the first
Yeah.
one? Dummy. His name is Dummy.
That's funny.
He's in there. They teased Vision's son, but this son looks way older than the supposed twin in Agatha.
I never watched Agatha all along.
So in the comics they have twins.
Yeah.
One is Speed and one is
Slow.
the witch. Forgot his name. But this guy in this one, he looks way older than him being a twin. So some people are speculating that this is an AI son, another robot, like a Vision or something like that. But Speed's supposed to be in here.
I mean, I'm
So
excited. This will be the first Marvel show I watch in a while because WandaVision was great. The first couple episodes were like really good. Then it just became another regular show. I just haven't seen a show on Disney Plus in a minute. So this next one though, I'm gonna watch this one. So you want to bring it up?
yes, so Disney officially announced an original Kingdom Hearts anime style animated series coming to Disney Plus and Disney Channel. Developed in partnership with Tetsuya Nomura and Square Enix or Enix.
Enix, yeah.
The show will feature an all original story, expanding the franchise universe rather than a direct retelling of the games. So that's fire.
So what's crazy? Well, one, let me apologize. I'm yawning like crazy. There's no sleep in my body. Like I'm tired at all
Oh,
times.
good. Hey, I'm under the weather, bro, and I also was outside all day, so I feel
Uh,
crazy.
I don't know why. I'm trying to hold it. I can't even hold it. But it's gonna be hard as hell for you to do these clips this week because I'll be over there,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
So good luck making clips. But Kingdom Hearts, bro. Yeah, there's been 3 games, but there's been so many games underneath, like the Nintendo DS version. They did a version over here. They did a version over here. So there's like I think 7 or 8, 9 games, right? So
yeah.
those stories are so convoluted and things in that nature. They also announced Kingdom Hearts 4, the video game. Like
Yes.
they had been announced it, but they finally showed more gameplay, more footage. You got to play as Mickey Mouse, you get to play as Donald Duck, probably play as Goofy, so
Yes.
that story is going to be different. And for this to be an animated series that is in the world, but it's not a retelling, my question is, how much lore do you need to know to like understand? Now this is over 10 games worth of stuff people got to know and memorize, or is it going to be a standalone and it's going to be, because you got to reintroduce how Sora is even in the world with Mickey Mouse and how he could go into the Toy Story land and
Yeah,
how.
because he's popular. He's popular, but he's not like Spider-Man popular, where now all these new films and games, they don't even show you what happens to Spider-Man because they just think we all know what happens to
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
because
But
that's a
with like
comic
Sora,
book. That's,
like
yeah,
I don't play the games, I don't know what the Keyblade is.
exactly. So how are they going to explain all of that? And I wonder if they will. Unless this is a prequel to all of that. But then the first game was the introduction, and
Yeah,
I have no idea how they're gonna do this. But do I trust it? Because it's an animated series by the people who make these kind of stuff. I trust it. I'm excited for it. And Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming out next year. So I assume that the game is coming out around the same time. The show, which would make a lot of sense. You could play and watch, and maybe they have something to do with each other. Maybe this is like the bridge between 3 and 4. Maybe this could be, who the hell knows what is going to be. What storylines are they going to, what stories are they going to get into? Because in these games, it's all
yeah.
about him going into different, IP, Disney
Especially if
IP.
it's not a retail.
Exactly. So you've already figured out everything in Hercules world. You already figured out everything in the Bugs Life world. So where are they going to go next? I know in the new game they're going to go to they're going to go to COCO. They're going to go into probably um Frozen. They're probably going to go into Inside Out. I think that would be dope if they did Inside Out.
That's a good one.
Because if you're fighting
That's up.
emotions, yeah, but I don't know if they're going to it's
Like
still
those
it's
adventure
hard.
movies
Yeah, it's
where they
it's
got to run
hard.
around and do stuff.
Right. They're definitely not going to go into that baseball one they did on Disney Plus. They're not going to go no win or loss, win and lose. Like
Nah, nah.
nobody's saying about that. But
Yeah,
they also go to their other worlds. They're going to be in the real world in this game, like in like New York or Tokyo. They're going to be like in the real world. So who
yeah,
knows how that's going to go? People are complaining that his outfit, Sora's outfit, is not as inspired. He's just wearing like a black suit and the Keyblade looks kind of dull. When in the other games, he had like parachute pants and he looked really cartoony and cool. But he got
yeah.
older, and as you get older, speaking of older, I saw my son after he came back with me last Wednesday. He goes, "Hey, Dad." I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa. What happened to your voice?" He's, "I'm going through puberty." I'm like, "You making your voice deeper?" He's like, "Yeah, I am."
And he's too young, bro.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He's too young,
He
bro.
go, but no, he hit me with the smoky voice. He was like, "Hey, Dad, how you doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Who the
Oh,
heck?" And then my son is a short kid. He's a short king, but he looked
yeah.
taller than ever. And I looked at him. I'm like, "Are you at my chest now? You used to be at like my belly button. When did you grew over a week?" So now this is the
Yeah.
time. It's happening. My boy's getting
Yeah.
big.
Facts.
And Sora's getting big, and people are complaining about Sora's big. See how I made it all work, but people complaining about him, and I don't know. I think another thing they're complaining about, which we're going to talk about as well in a couple minutes with another game that was previewed. People are complaining, saying that this game looks like a PS5 video game, beautiful graphics on a PS2 game
Mm,
where it's a bunch of sliding and like grinding and hitting 1, 2, 3, and then you know people are now used to um what's the name of those games, like Elden Ring type games, like
yeah.
where you parry and you fight and it's like real hard. And so when you got a game that's just a platformer, you're jumping from spot to spot and it kind of feels like Banjo and Kazooie, it feels like Super Mario 3D. People don't like that, but they're saying that this game and the next game we're talking about soon, they're playing like old PS2, PS3 games with just better graphics, and people are not liking that. And who really knows? People are really hating already on both of these games that haven't even come out yet.
So with the Kingdom Hearts 4 game, like Yambo said, they're gonna be jumping into the COCO world. And they teased at D23 as well, COCO 2. They had some images of COCO on there, and he's a teenager now. Speaking of kids getting big, you know?
Right. With the he
Uh,
had the edge and everything.
yeah. It says the sequel follows teenage Miguel and his dog Dante as Ernesto de la Cruz returns seeking revenge, forcing Miguel back into the land of the dead. They had stills images of Coco visiting his grandma as well.
Crazy. So sad.
Um, yeah, so very excited. Says
Wait. What do you think the story is going to be here? If they're going to have the same bad guy, they're going back into, what do you think the story is going to be?
so
Oh, we lost Joe again. Uh-oh. Oh, all right, Joe. We might have to come back to you at a later time. For me, what do I think the movie's going to be about?
I got here, it says Miguel is a
There you go.
teenager. I'm back.
All right, you good?
It says Miguel's a teenager now, pursuing his passion for music. Ernesto de la Cruz comes back seeking payback against Miguel for ruining his legacy, sending Miguel on a brand new adventure into the land of the dead. That's all the plot we got for the
So,
movie.
but you know how we do it at Unlikely Geeks. We
Yeah,
make up our own plot. We come up with our own stories, and we see if we could, predict what people are getting paid millions of dollars to do. We're doing it here for all of you thousands of
yeah.
viewers. So, what do you think? Knowing that, how do you think the story is going to play out? Like, what do you think is going to happen? How does Grandma
Mm,
Coco come back into this and make any sense with anything? So, we got homie. He's mad that he ruined his reputation, which means people are now still talking about him, still thinking about him. So he's alive. He's not going to die his second death because he's still on people's minds. So,
so maybe Coco has a concert he has to do at the Day of the Dead parade. Maybe it's for like a record deal or something. But then Ernesto deal since Coco messed up his legacy with music, he traps Coco in the land of the dead, and now Coco's trying to get out.
and
But he's
so,
stuck with his grandma. He misses grandma and everybody else he knows, and maybe he's like dealing with I don't want to come back, but I need to for my mom or something.
so you think that if he gets taken back down, then in real life, his body is like playing the game, playing horribly. Like in the real world, he kind of sucks. So he's in the concert and he's kind of
Mm,
bad. And so it's making him look bad in front of like real people because
yeah,
his soul is like too busy working. Yeah, come on now. That'd be cool. We'll
yeah,
see what happens.
yeah. It's gonna be like a race against time.
Yeah. Before does he has to go on stage. And at the end, he's gonna get on
Yes.
stage just in time, do a perfect show, and people are never
Yep.
gonna think about it so ever again.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, speaking of games getting mixed reviews,
That's just what I want to talk about.
um, Insomniac Games was at D23 as well, and it showed a teaser trailer for Marvel's Wolverine. Um, it says the game is scheduled to launch exclusively on PlayStation 5 September 15th. Um, and the sizzle reel showed a 42-second trailer showing Sentinels, Omega Red, Sabretooth, Mystique, and the Hand. But the story of the Wolverine game is getting mixed reviews, like Yembo said. People were complaining that it looks basic. I think that they're used to that Spider-Man game being open world and a lot of stuff being tangible, but with this Wolverine game, a lot of things aren't tangible. He's not even getting hit by the bullet.
Yeah. So I got on the screen somebody playing, and they're literally just pushing the remote, the stick up, and the characters moving and going left and right and dodging things. So the game is being handheld. Like they're hand holding you to just continue through the story. Linear games are cool, but people are coming from Spider-Man, which was an open world game. People are about to go play Grand Theft Auto, which is open world. Do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. And games like this exist. You got Uncharted and stuff like that. But even in Uncharted, you could get hit. You know, you could go through this exact motion, and if you're not running and dodging correctly, you could get hit and lose in the middle of this scene. This now looks like a glorified cutscene where you just press forward in it. And that's what people are complaining about. The other thing that people are upset about is the fact that
you know what they used that kind of segment was for like load screens. So it feels like you're still playing the game, but it's loading up to that next segment, that new
no,
wall.
you absolutely right. They used to do that in Mass Effect where you would go down the elevator and it would be like a 7-minute elevator, and it's because it's loading the next part of the game. So you're right.
Yeah.
And they could be doing that here too. But the point is that the video games no longer really need that much loading time because of how high tech and the SSD cards and stuff.
Yeah, you see Crimson Desert's ridiculous.
Right. Then you got something like this where people are comparing this boss fight to freaking Ben 10.
Yeah.
You know, they're comparing this boss fight to Astrobot. How many video games have you played? And you're not even a video game player, but how many video games have you played where the boss is just the top half of the body and you got God of War? How many times did like...
That's what I was going to say.
Right.
That's what I was going to say. The early God of War.
Yeah, you got the big, Cyclops dude and he got the arms and he's hitting you. And they're saying, yo, come on now. This game feels like 2002.
This is going to be, in my opinion, going to be a fast game. You're going to beat this game in one day.
I think they said that the game was supposed to be like 20 hours or something. I don't know if they announced it or not. But even then, it could be a long 20 minutes or 20 hours. It could be a short 20 hours. But will it be a fun 20 hours? Or are you going to just be pressing a button here and there? Are you just going to be there for the story? I heard the story's good. I heard that people are excited about the fact that there is no X-Men, it's just the X-Force, and it's him, and he's friends with Sabretooth. He's friends with Mystique. He's friends with all the characters that he's not normally friends with. So we're probably going to see them start as friends and end as enemies because somebody's going to betray somebody. So that story is going to be cool. There is probably at the end of the game, he runs into Professor X or something. Will Spider-Man show up? Probably not. I don't see how Spider-Man would show up.
Yeah, because I did see Jean Grey in the trailer.
Right. You know what I mean? So it's just really sad. And the hate has been so heavy and bad on this game since they showed it that the directors and a lot of people for the company is like they sent a mass email to everybody, said, don't get on social media. They're ripping your asses apart. So if you want your mental health to be all right, do not go on social media because they're mean over there. And that's the craziest thing. Because one, people shouldn't be that mean because they got to play the game. The game could be awesome.
Yeah.
But people want this game to be a 10 out of 10. And I don't see any way in the world that this game is going to be a 10 out of 10. At the least a 7. At the most an 8.5. I see this being like an 8.5 game just based on what I've heard people talking about, because obviously they have not given us the platform to play test this game like they did. I was able to play test Skate. I've play tested some games before, but I was not able to get this one. We're not at the Marvel Wolverine range yet. So like, share, subscribe, follow, and let your friends and family know about the Unlikely Geeks. But I think it's going to be fun. Will I play it? Yes. Will I beat it immediately? Probably not. This probably going to be one of those games where it takes me a while to beat because I'll play for a little bit here, get distracted, go do something else. And if Grand Theft Auto comes out and I have not beat this game, I might not beat this game till 2027.
Wow.
Because with the moment Grand Theft Auto comes around, I'm done with everything. I mean, I haven't touched Crimson Desert since since I played 300 hours of that game, early back in February. I'm trying to beat Battlefield before, anything else. I bought 4 games.
Before the movie comes out.
Right. True that. I bought 4 games in, 2 weeks. So I'm going to try to beat at least one of those before Grand Theft Auto come out. We'll see what happens. I haven't even started Ghost of Yote. Crazy.
So also at D23, I think this is one of my favorite pieces of I mean teasers they done besides the Marvel stuff. Disney and Pixar's Incredible 3 is scheduled for release in June 2028. The plot centers on the Parr children, Violet, Dash, and Jack Jack, taking center stage to prove themselves as true heroes, facing a villain tied to the theme that not all heroes are good.
So the the movie is literally after the second one. So they haven't aged up.
Yeah.
The baby's still a baby. The kids are still kids. This is not Coco. The kids are. How do you feel about that?
So that was the one thing. I think everybody in the consensus wanted to see a grown, not a grown, but a more aged of the kids.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, we want to see Jack Jack with some kind of control of his powers and how OP he could be, because he's literally could be Superman. Um, but Brad Bird is such an old school guy, like literally. So he's not open for any other criticism. So he's gonna keep the kids. And he's staying to that same trope of the other two movies where the first one was about the pops going out on his own and saving the day. The second one was about Mom Dukes going out on her own, saving the day, and now we got the kids.
But
So
what if this is the end of the trilogy of that? And of course, they're gonna do Incredibles 4, 5, and 6, just like they did Toy Story 4, 5, and 6. And now the next trilogy is when they're teenagers.
yeah, facts, because Brad Bird relinquished some of his creates not creativity, some of his control over this movie. The other ones it was him writing it, directing it. The second one he was like directing it and half wrote it. This one he's just writing. He got somebody else directing it.
Hmm. Does that make you
So
think it's gonna be better or worse?
yeah, as long as they keep like the style the same, the music the same, and keep most of the characteristics of each character there, I don't mind it. It's not just change it up, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Number 2 wasn't the best. Of course, number 1 is a classic. So hopefully they go up from the second one with this one.
And I
And I
feel like
think it
it's
might,
been,
I think it might because Jack Jack is hilarious.
but that's what I'm
You
saying. It's
know,
been so long that it has to be. They wouldn't have made a third one if they didn't think it would be better than the second one. But I do think that the fourth, fifth, and sixth one is when they're going to be teenagers. This is like the trilogy of them of their childhood. They'll probably do a trilogy of their teenage years.
yeah, they teased a photo of Pops and he was beat up.
Yeah, I think that.
His regeneration is not there like that anymore.
So let's predict the story. Is that what's going to happen? The parents get beat up, kidnapped, and they can't. They're so weak they can't escape, and now the kids got to do something to like break them
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
Yeah.
It says not all heroes are good, so I wonder what that means.
That's that character that they showed. They showed like a character with a V, like
Yeah.
just like the silhouette. He's
V.
he's probably a good guy that turned bad, but they've done that. Isn't that the first movie where the good guy was bad?
Yeah.
So they could be doing the same. They could be trying to do the same thing because that's a story they've already done. Not all heroes are good, but that's what anti-heroes are. That's what Wolverine is. That's who Deadpool is. They're anti-heroes, or the Punisher will probably be the best example. Has good intentions. He's a bad, but he does it in a bad way that other people may not like. Maybe that's what happens here.
Yeah, Elastigirl might not be as elastic as she used to be.
Yeah,
You know, she might be a little tighter than usual.
but how?
Frozone is in the movie.
But that's my point. The fact that this is still all in the same like year or two because the baby hasn't grown a minute. So it's probably like the next month. This is all three movies happen in 3 months. She can't be that not elastic no more. It's not like she's got super
Yeah.
old, you know. It's not like old rubber that gets brittle and breaks. So it's only been a couple months since the first movie.
Maybe because we know like the first one, um, he was doing like little stuff, the pops,
Yeah.
and then he jumps into being a full-time hero again. Remember, he was like couldn't fit into his uniform, his back was cracking.
Yeah.
So maybe just him doing 1 and 2 back to back
Yeah, he
maybe
tired.
they is feeling it. So the third one, they feeling it. They're like, it's been a long week.
It's been a long week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that has to be
So
what it is.
Edna Moe in this. So I wonder if the kids gonna get a new trio suit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for it. I mean, I really wish that they made a new video game because that Incredibles game, the Incredibles game on the GameCube was basically Incredibles 2 1.5. It was like a different story.
Yeah.
So if they did an Incredibles 3.5 or an Incredibles 3 game, I miss cartoon movie video game tie-ins. Even if they were good or bad, I enjoyed them.
So before we move on, there's one more thing that they talked about on here that I told Yambo they might have did, but we wasn't sure because of Spider-Man just came out. I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but they did say that Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2 is coming January 2027. It's gonna have Daredevil in it, Doc Ock, Spider-Gwen, Venom, and just carry on with the series. That was such a good show.
That's a good thing. I mean, I still wish that it was Spider-Man home what's the one that they were gonna do? Like Spider-Man Year One when he was in college or whatever. Like I wish that was the show they did, but they ended up doing this one. It was a good show. I think I finished it. I
Yeah,
don't
because this one he's still in
fully
high
remember.
school.
Yeah.
This one was supposed to be how Tom got his powers, and before we see him in Homecoming, but for some reason it was like, nah, this is just a different thing.
Yeah, that's
But
what
then
I
they
was
got
saying.
Charlie Cox
Yeah.
voicing Daredevil.
The multiverse. That's the answer to everything. It's always the multiverse.
So yeah, that's dope. They did they're doing Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Cool.
So this one is something that's out of my realm.
Okay.
Saber Interactive is making games and the lead writer is AI.
So yeah, me and Dro had a little conversation. I'm like, man, Dro is hating on video game news. We're very top heavy with the comic stuff or the movie news. And I'm like, man, we got to give video games more love. So I wanted to throw this in here because this could affect everything. It could affect movies. It could affect video games. Saber Interactive is the people who made Warhammer. Saber Interactive makes a lot of great B level video games, right? Like if you think of B movies, you think of B video games,
Yeah.
you think of Saber Interactive. Doesn't mean they're bad. They're 8s out of 10, sometimes 9s. They're fun.
Yeah.
They're really good video games. The fact that they are making a game and the lead writer is just AI based, even though I think you still got to tell the AI what to do. It's not just, hey, create me a game and then it's just going to give you ideas. No, you got to say, hey, I have an idea for this game. I want it to be in space. I want this character to have a trouble with his, a scary past, where he might have been doing something bad and then it comes back to haunt him. Help me make this happen. So I still think there's a writer and somebody gets credit, but they're partnering with the AI to help create it and do all of the small stuff, like maybe the dialogue, and which is not small at any scope. But when it comes to the overall story, maybe they just didn't know how to put 2 and 2 together. Maybe they wanted to start in Mars and they wanted to end in Pluto, but they don't know how to do that. And so they have AI do it. And if that's the case, still wrong. Hire somebody more creative that can think of that. But if this game is successful in any shape, way, or form, it makes any money. If 10 people buy it, then they know there's 10 people that are interested in this kind of stuff. Meaning the next video game might be AI. The next movie might be AI. And so this is a huge thing if it turns out to be awesome. If they turn out not to announce that this was the game that's made by AI and they just release it and then it sells like hotcakes and then they say it after the fact, that could be game changing, especially if the reviews are talking about, oh, the story's great, the story was mind blowing, this, that. There's just so much that can come from this. And I am interested to see what happens because Dro and I are not against AI. We are against people using AI.
Cheating.
Using AI to not give other people jobs to save money and cut costs. That's messed up because someone like me, I live off creativity. I love the creative process. So if you now replace me with something, now what am I doing with all of my creativity, right? So I want to see where this goes. So I'm really interested in if it even comes out. Maybe it's going to get so much hate that they just say F it and they're not going to release it. So I really don't know what's going to happen. The fact that it's Saber, this is the way I told Dro, is equated to maybe like Blumhouse making an AI written movie. They're in the same level. I think Blumhouse can make A-level movies, award-winning movies. Saber Interactive could do the same. But for the most part, you don't think of Blumhouse as like A24. You don't think of Blumhouse as Universal or Paramount, like the biggest of the biggest.
Yeah.
They're right under. And this is exactly like Saber. So I don't know where this could go. It's going to be crazy to kind of see what happens here, what the game's going to be about, what the story's going to be about. Why did they use AI? Because people are already hating that people use AI for like pictures in the background or character designs in the background. Here, they're using it for the entire story of the game. Like, what is going to happen here? And if it steals something from other games, maybe that's what AI is going to do. And it's like, bro, I could go on a rant. I love this stuff. So I was just excited. Go ahead, Dro. I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm not excited for this happening. That's all I want to say.
So being excited about something, Lanterns.
Dro's horrible.
Lanterns premiered yesterday, last night. Did you watch it?
I did. I saw it, and I watched a lot of the reviews online because I was confused. I'm like, how are they doing this? Where in the world is the what's the name of the show? The true detectiveness of it all? Like, because I'm like, True Detective is two people, things happen. Like, what is there was just so much going on that I needed to go straight to YouTube to find out, explain to me what the hell did I just watch? Because I was confused for a second. How did you feel about it?
I loved it. I know last week I dropped a TikTok, cussing out James Gunn, like, yo, Lanterns and Clayface gotta be big. If not, you either finna quit or they finna get rid of you. And the pilot for this show was great. They didn't show the whole show, so we don't know how it go. It could probably be trash, episode 3 through 8. But the pilot was really good. The writing was crazy. Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, I like their relationship. Jon Stewart is very respective. He might be angry at Hal and upset and annoyed, but he respects him. And I like that they put that in the show. And he believes in him ever since he was a little kid. How Jordan, he don't want to lose his job. So he's being like that grumpy grandpa. He tells him like, hey kid, you just a substitute teacher. You not getting the ring until I die, type shit. He don't want to let go of the ring. But I love their dynamic between the two. I like you said, a lot of mystery. The way they ended it, great cliffhanger.
No,
So it really wants.
not a great cliffhanger. How you gonna? What is the story gonna be now? It's not even a cliffhanger. They're gonna either have to retcon it immediately and be like, whatever you thought happened actually didn't happen. We tricked you. Because how else is the rest of the story gonna continue? Like what? So, now the story is completely different than what they sold us.
Doesn't.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. But what I'm saying is
no, yeah. So it's like you said, it's True Detective. So it's two different timelines intertwining into one long mystery because they set it up in the show that it feels like it's 2016.
Yeah,
but it's actually two different times. John Lindelof and I think Tom King, they're like the best at writing these mystery shows. Yeah. And Tom King was one of the first Green Lantern writer, like comic book writer and all that shit like that. But it's a super mystery with how it ends. I'm not gonna say how it ends, but
that changed the entire story of the show. Because originally the story seemed to be like, oh, there's a mystery going on, and the people who are passing the detectives are finding out they might be alien, but they don't want to tell the world because the world doesn't really know too much about aliens other than maybe Superman or what have you. So that is what the story seems to be about. By the end of the show, that is not what the story is going to be moving forward. And it's like, damn, you just had me invested in this, maybe this storyline, and now it's completely left field, and now I'm way more interested in what's about to happen. So there's going to be balance of
No, it's
stories.
still
Yeah,
it's still about the aliens.
yeah. But what I'm saying is now
How
what
is
happened at the
like
very end
how
is like,
because how Jordan, if you watch the episode, he seems like he's running away from the bosses. And the bosses are probably anti-heroes where they're sending the antagonists to Earth,
mm-hmm.
and that's the whole 2016 timeline with why are they here, why are these other aliens here. And I think that without giving it away, is not what you believe to see when you the last scene is not what you think it is. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
my
Because
point.
they teased during this was in the trailer, um a interrogation scene. Person across the table
Yeah.
from him is an alien. So what you see at the end might not be true.
Or it could be from 2016.
What you mean?
What you're seeing could be a flashback, and what happened at the end of episode 1 is exactly what happens at the end of episode 1, and moving forward is just going to be moving forward, and then every scene that we see on the trailers and whatever was from 2016, the flashbacks.
It's gonna be like they were going through the 2016 mystery, but it has because it's every 10 years. So every 10 years, something dealing with these aliens is happening in this town. And now that this last thing has happened, John has to figure out what happened between what we solved or might not have solved. We don't know if they solved it. Some big probably could have happened, but nothing good happened. You know what I'm saying?
No, also,
And
let's move on.
but that's what makes it a good show.
We're
It's
talking
a
in
mystery.
circles. All right. I'm excited for it. I'm gonna keep watching. But I don't think I'm at the point right now where I go and run to my dad and tell him, hey, watch this show. Because right now I don't think he'll understand it. And I like to look at these shows and whatever I like to recommend and talk about is like, hey dad, watch this because you're gonna love it. But I don't think right now if I sent it to him, he's gonna be like, okay, it was cool, but like what? So I'm waiting for that moment to happen so that I can send it to him and be like, Dad, get through the first 3 episodes. You're gonna freaking love it. Because he's
Have your
somebody who
dad ever
has,
watched True Detective?
yeah, yeah.
So that's what it is. They doing different timelines. Cause that's what they did in True Detective.
It's so, I don't know. There's something that didn't hit me this first episode that maybe it got with you and a lot of other people. Something just didn't get me. So I'm
Yeah.
not recommending it just yet. I do want to talk about this
Yeah.
next thing. We have like 7 minutes. So let's go
All
through
right.
let's go through this next topic here.
Oh, it's on me.
Oh, it's always, yeah. I mean, I could do it. We got all right, let me preface this by saying they say it's not James Gunn's fault. This is all James Gunn's fault. Waller and
Facts.
Waller and Paradise Lost, which was the Wonder Woman. It was supposed to be like Game of Thrones. It was supposed to be this
Yeah.
huge freaking show. Probably the most exciting thing that I was most excited about. Waller and Paradise Lost has now been reportedly no longer in development at HBO, and it is 1,274% James Gunn's fault. What else?
Yambo wasn't excited that Paradise Lost was. He don't like Game of Thrones. He don't like sword and sandal stuff. He was excited because it was girls on the
Amazonians.
island.
These are Amazonians. Are you joking? Are you joking? So
He
these
was
would have
excited
been.
to see. You know what? All right. He was excited to see who was the new up and coming actresses were going to be.
Come on now, these 7-foot tall Amazonians they're fighting, and so this was gonna be the best show ever created. And
Hey, it might have been super views.
it would have went nuts, right? So
Yeah.
those, but not only that. So these are two things that were from the James Gunn world that got canceled.
Yeah.
So why would James Gunn want to cancel his own shows, right? So maybe that's not his fault. Maybe that's HBO is like, hey, nobody really cared about Supergirl. You did something dumb there. Why
I
would
do have
anybody?
something.
Go ahead.
The Paradise Lost, they were saying that instead of him putting the money into a Wonder Woman show, they're making a Wonder Woman movie. So just put all that money and whatever backstory story into the movie.
No, I don't like that idea. Because imagine all of your favorite TV shows. Imagine all your favorite TV shows that would have been 8 episodes, 12 episodes long, 12 hours of
Yeah.
this. Now you gotta put it into 2 hours, or two and a
Yeah, it
half
wasn't, like
hours.
you said, it wasn't James Gunn's fault. It's the company. HBO was like, yo, you're on a real short leash, so give us the good shit.
Give us the 2 hours. We'd rather lose money on
Yeah.
2 hours than to lose money on
Yeah.
12 hours. And so
Facts.
this was James Gunn. I mean, this was HBO saying, James, what are you gonna spend? How much money on a TV show?
On Waller?
Right. So listen, go watch on
Waller.
Go watch on TikTok. The my favorite TikTok of all times, my favorite audio is Dro. He sent me this as a voice note. And I loved it so much. I said, please make this into a TikTok. He said, Waller.
As soon as that news came out that they canceled Waller, I was like, it's perfect. It's time.
Listen, to me, that sounded like when Soulja Boy said Drake. Like he said Waller. That's my favorite thing Joe has ever said. And all right, but this is James Gunn's fault. Catwoman and Poison Ivy, the TV shows, have been canceled because they were pitched to DC and HBO said no. DC said no. Basically, James Gunn said, I am sick and tired of this Batman universe that has nothing to do with me. Anything that has to do with Batman is not happening. You lucky I'm giving you Batman 2. I might give you Batman 3, but if you taking too much time with this Batman Part 2, Batman Part 3 is never coming out because I got to do my Batman in the Bold. So he absolutely canceled that. And the fact that the Penguin show came out and the Penguin show, everybody loved it. It was award winning. It was the best thing that ever happened to DC since Dark Knight, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So the fact that now is gone and we may not get a season 2 of the Penguin. They said it was already being filmed, it was already being pitched, and it was already being written. And
yeah, because the Batman was good, but it's not better than the Penguin.
The Penguin was better than the Batman movie. Yes. The Batman movie was great, but season 2 would have been great. And the way the cliffhanger of season 1 finished was like I still remember that. And my memory is that of a mouse.
I still have hope.
Right. It's not happening, bro. But so imagine them doing what they did with Penguin to Catwoman. Catwoman needed that. But Catwoman needed that. Because
imagine them doing Lanterns and it came out so good and they like, no more Lantern. You're only gonna see him in these little movies.
But at least Lantern is a James Gunn project. That's part of his umbrella. The reason why Catwoman is not happening is because that's not a James Gunn project. That's the Batman universe project, and he doesn't want nothing to do with. He doesn't want nothing to do with that anymore. He wants to end the Elseworld, and it's messed up because Catwoman. The last thing that we seen of Catwoman outside of the Batman movie here was the Catwoman movie with Halle Berry talking about her 2 times in one episode. Hey, Halle, and it's crazy how people hated that. So this would have redeemed her, just like people didn't really love the Penguin in the old Batman movie. You know. This movie redeemed the Penguin real heavy. So that would have redeemed. And then Poison Ivy has never gotten anything. You know how bad Poison Ivy was going to be? And I mean, bad as
she just got the cartoon.
Yeah, but she's in the cartoon, and that's a joke cartoon. I think that's going to get canceled eventually too.
Yeah, and that was my whole thing with DC, with Bane and Deathstroke. Like, are they going to do the funny Bane that's in that cartoon? Hope not.
Apparently, the Clayface from this movie is the Clayface from the game.
I could do that. The Creature Commandos is serious. It's goofy, but it's some serious tones in it.
So
and Clayface, hey, he messed up Frankenstein and homeboy that worked in that little department. He messed them up, bro.
What you mean?
Did you watch Creature Commandos?
Yes.
So when they went to go sneak into Clayface's house and Clayface was playing a video game,
Oh, yeah.
and Frankenstein was in there, and I forgot the guy with the white hair, but he's in Peacemaker. They went to fighting him, and Peacemaker was piecing both of them up. And Homeboy was just smart enough to electrocute him and blow him up. But that's the same Clayface, though.
It is. So it's messed up. I wish we would have had Catwoman. I would forget Waller. We don't need Waller.
Yeah,
but we needed Paradise
Lost. We got
Lost.
Suicide Squad, 2 of them.
We needed
And we got
Paradise
Creature
Lost.
Commandos.
We needed Catwoman. Poison Ivy we could have used. I'm disappointed.
We need more female.
I'm here for the females. I'm rocking for the women.
Oh my
Look,
God.
I'm wearing my pick today.
What about Supergirl?
Nah, we were cool on Supergirl. Supergirl never needed to happen. It's This is all Supergirl's fault. All of this happening is Supergirl's fault. We didn't need
That's
that.
what we finna finish off the show, bro. It's all Supergirl fault.
It's all Supergirl's fault. Listen, y'all. Dro has it right here at the very end, right to Unlikely Geeks. Or nope.
Yeah.
That was a copy and paste thing?
That was a copy and paste. But okay, the announcement is I will be adding some of our Unlikely Geeks to a group chat room thing. And every week I will be posting the top 4 topics in me and Yambo's opinion. And y'all guys could vote for which topic we gonna be starting off the week with.
All right, we could throw that on Discord. So follow us on the Unlikely Geeks Discord.
Yeah, I'll put a poll. I can put a poll on YouTube. I can put a poll on Instagram. I think I can put a poll on TikTok.
Okay.
But for sure, YouTube and Instagram. And between the two, y'all could choose what's the biggest story of the week and how we gonna start the show.
That should be fun. So everybody, please go ahead and do that. Like, share, subscribe, follow. Dro, good luck this week making these clips because you was the whole time. So I don't know how you're gonna do that, but best of luck, my boy. Other topics that we missed. So the real big demo takes. Hogwarts Legacy 2 coming out soon. Doom Part 3 is gonna have early IMAX access December 14th. That's 4 days before the original. TT Games is making a new Lego game, and its focus gonna be on a big major Warner Brothers IP. What could that be? Probably Game of Thrones, but that's just something I threw out there. And then the live action Power Rangers series is no longer happening with Disney Plus. And I also heard, I want to say one more thing. I heard that the reason why the last Power Rangers reboot didn't continue was Matt Damon's fault. Because Matt Damon was going to make a movie. He wrote and was going to direct a movie that was so similar to the Power Rangers. So I heard it was his fault. I don't know, but I missed an old Power Rangers reboot. That was my favorite thing Power Rangers ever done.
Watch them do Captain Planet.
Yeah. I mean, Matt Damon should do Captain Planet. Leonardo DiCaprio should do Captain Planet because he's real big on that. But yeah, guys, like, share, subscribe, tell your family and friends, tell your mama's dogs, neighbors, cousins, because your manager's an Unlikely Geek just like you. Thank you for tuning in. Dro, appreciate you. Good luck again with the clips. And until next time, go out there and
save the world.
Save the world. Peace out, y'all.